I have traveled far and wide, from the tranquil woods and the peaceful shores to the open roads and the bustling cities, until, after months of intense research, I finally found it. The elusive, shiny roaming Articuno of Sinnoh. But wait, I'm sure you'll want to hear the story of my journey. It all started in 2021. Although it was still pretty early into my days of full odds hunting, I quickly became fascinated by roamers. You know, these amazing legendaries that you accidentally encounter here and there as a kid, don't manage to catch before they flee right away. That's what I'm talking about. And not only are all of these Pokemon iconic, they are also very hard to shiny hunt. Because they constantly move between routes, they are much harder to track down than their static counterparts. But although these hunts are some of the hardest, they are also very rewarding. Plus, every encounter can be shorter or longer depending on your luck, making each reset unique, which I absolutely love. Anyway, I first decided to try my luck with roamer hunts at the beginning of the year with the easiest of them all, the Genies of Generation 5. Although they are indeed roamers, because you can check their shininess without even encountering them thanks to the form decks, their resets are much faster than the others. But it doesn't mean that their shinies aren't fantastic. Then I bit the bullet and started a real roamer hunt. My favorite of them all, Entei in Soul Silver, and I found it at the end of 2022.
Any shinies? Any shinies? Wait, what are you doing? I'm so confused. What are you doing with the sprite?
After that, because I became more experienced with full odds, I was also becoming more and more patient, and I started another roamer hunt, Latias in Herd Gold. I found it in late 2023.
Yes! No fucking way! No shot! No shot!
As you can see, all of those almost brought tears to my eyes. They are so rare and so hard to find that managing to find a single one is already a big achievement by itself. But as a shiny-induced dopamine addict, I need more! I have made a decision. I want every shiny roamer of Generation 4. So which one should I go for next? Maybe the counterparts of the ones I already found, Raikou and Latios? But I already hunted a lot in HGSS. What about Platinum then, with the famous Mesprit or maybe Cresselia? No, I had a better idea. A hunt almost nobody does. The Kanto birds. This is a hunt I have very rarely seen myself, as only a few other hunters have attempted it. To be fair, there are very good reasons for this. First, you can just hunt them in HGSS where they are static, but I much prefer the Platinum sprites, and I want every Gen 4 roamer as I said. Second, they are in the post-game and you need the national dex, which takes a while. Third, they are very annoying to set up as you need to both outspeed and OHKO any of them, because you will need to knock out 2 out of the 3 every reset. And fourth, a lot of people don't even know they can be found in those games. So, if you want to do it, you will need the national dex, to head to Eterna City, and to talk to Professor Oak. Remember to save before talking to him. And if you want to skip the dialogue, you can just release the birds, knock them out, beat the Elite Four, and come back to Oak. Then each reset will be shorter. After that, just like any roamer, they are released in the wild and their shininess is already determined. But since we can't know for sure when leaving the house, there's only one solution. We have to encounter them. The easiest way I found was to go back and forth on the route northwest of Eterna City until one of the roamers lands on your route. You can then encounter it with a repel trick. Oh, and to get this feature on your Pokach, you will need to talk to this guy repeatedly until he gives it to you. It's called the Mark Map. Then, since you want to check all 3 birds before resetting, you knock them out in order to avoid encountering the same one multiple times. As mentioned, you'll need something with high damage and high speed, but no need to overcomplicate it. Anything fast with explosion and a high attack does the trick. Remember though, it cannot be above level 60 because of the repel trick. And once you find a shiny, immediately run away. No, I'm serious. Shiny roamers stay shiny, so your safest bet is actually to instantly run away and to save. You will have all the time in the world to catch them later. That's the great thing about roamers, you literally can't fail to catch them. Oh, and you might think that getting all 3 would be a pain because you'd need to restart another save, but no, here's the good news. Unlike HGSS, where you need to beat the entirety of the Elite Four during every single reset, if you want to do both Entei and Raikou on the same file, here, thankfully you can hunt all 3 on the same cartridge. To do so, simply knock out the 2 non-shiny ones after you caught your shiny, beat the Elite Four, and come back to Oak. After you're done talking to him, new birds are out in the wild and they can be shiny. Naturally, after my overall low numbers on my roamers so far, I headed into this hunt without too much expectation, but the unexpected shiny is the deadliest one.
Game corner. Like, why make it?
Shiny Moltres, no fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way!
As I've told you, I just ran away right after, saved, prepared my catching setup, and came back a couple days later. There it was, my shiny roaming Moltres in a heal bowl. Absolutely incredible sprites. In late 2024 though, I decided I wanted to go back to this hunt as I really liked any of the other 2. In fact, Moltres was my least favorite one. So again, I went in expecting it to take a while. Hours turned into days, and I enjoyed it at first. Days turned into weeks, and I slowly started going crazy.
Ah! No! No. Ah!
Weeks turned into weeks? Yeah, it didn't take that long either.
Shiny Articuno! No fucking way! Holy shit!
Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh my god!
For more context, this was the first time I found a crazy shiny with my girlfriend right next to me, and I think I kinda freaked her out, so that's why the footage is a bit short. Anyway, I was absolutely shocked by my luck, but couldn't be happier. That night, I kept going back and forth and encountering it just because of how crazy it looks.
Oh my god! The evening backdrop. Absolutely fantastic.
The next day, I decided to do something I had never done before, but that works particularly well in Platinum. I encountered my roamer on every single background. Tell me which background you prefer in the comments, and enjoy! To catch it, the best ball by far would be a dive ball, but it's very hard to find in Platinum. So instead, I bought some in Generation 3, caught some stuff that I would use to trade, and traded one by one to Palpark so I could get myself a few dive balls. Good thing is I wouldn't need too many of them, because if I don't manage to catch the Articuno, I could simply reset and retry. A few days later though, it was Pokemon Day, the 27th of February, so what better time to catch it? Because I picked the dive ball, I encountered it on the water to make the catch easier. Also, it really looks cooler.
Oh, what a sprite, what a background.
Before that, I had used Mean Look so it couldn't flee, put it to sleep, full swiped it to 1 HP, ran away, and saved. It took a bit before catching it because this thing has Roost and I didn't have Taunt, but I did it!
Finally, there we go. Alright. Look at that. Would you look at that?
There it was, my shiny roaming Articuno in a dive ball caught on Pokemon Day.
No way, it's Bashful! Wow! No, but seriously, look at this. There's one thing I don't understand. Is why is the dive ball completely different when you use it in the summary? That's beyond me. That is beyond me, but let's just heal it and check it out, I guess. Alright. We have Badoo! Sure, but shiny roaming Articuno dive ball.
Next up, who knows? I now have 4 out of 9. Good progress. Zapdos is my favorite of the 3, so I'm really happy I have it for last, although I think Articuno's shiny is better. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, good luck on your hunts, take care, see ya around.